Hey everyone, welcome back to Coin Time. Today we're talking about the 1999 Connecticut Quarter. Some people online say it's worth $10,000, but is that really true? Let's take a closer look at this coin, its history, and what really makes it valuable. Back in 1999, the U.S. Mint started a special program called the 50-State Quarters Program. They made quarters for 5 states that year, and Connecticut was the last one released in 1999. The quarter was made in 2 places, Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver one has a small D on it, which stands for the Denver Mint. The back of the coin shows a big tree. That tree is called the Charter Oak. It's a famous tree from Connecticut history. Long ago, in 1687, colonists in Connecticut are said to have hidden an important paper, called the Charter, inside this tree to keep it safe from the British. That's why it's called the Charter Oak. This design was made to honor the bravery and independence of the people of Connecticut. On the front of the coin, it still has George Washington, just like every other modern quarter. So now the big question is, what is this coin really worth? Most of these 1999 Connecticut quarters that you find in your pocket or old coin jars are only worth 25 cents. They are very common. Millions were made, so they're not rare at all. If your quarter looks old or worn, it's probably just regular and only worth face value. But if you find one that looks brand new, like it just came from the mint, it might be worth a little more. Uncirculated ones, the kind that have never been used, can sell for $1 to $5. If the coin is super shiny and in mint condition, it could be worth around $10 or even $20. Rare high-grade coins, like those graded MS-68, have been known to sell for around $500. But remember, this is only for coins in perfect condition, and even those are rare. Now, where does this $10,000 number come from? Well, that's mostly from people seeing headlines or social media posts about rare era coins. Some 1999 Connecticut quarters have mistakes, and those can be worth more money. One example is an experimental planchet coin. This means the coin was struck on the wrong metal, like the kind used for a dollar coin. These are extremely rare and were part of a test at the mint. One of these rare experimental error coins sold for about $5,100 in mint state condition. But again, it wasn't $10,000. And most people don't have this kind of rare coin sitting at home. But it's still fun to know what to look for in case you ever find one. Now let's talk about the types of errors that can happen and what they might be worth. First, there's the off-center strike. That's when the coin isn't lined up right when it's made, and part of the design is missing or off to the side. If it's only a little off, like 10% or 20%, it might be worth $25 to $50. But if it's really off-center and you can still see the date, it could be worth a few $100s. These coins are rare but not impossible to find. Another error is something called a double die or machine doubling. This is when it looks like the letters or the branches of the tree have a shadow or double image. Most of the time, these are not true double dies. They're just caused by worn-out machines, and that type is called die deterioration doubling. These don't add much value. Maybe $10 or $25 if someone wants it for their collection. There was a post on Reddit where someone showed a 1999 quarter with some doubling on the branches, but that was likely machine doubling, not a rare error. Another cool error is the missing clad layer. This means the top silver-colored layer is gone, and the coin looks brown or copper on one side. This kind of error is pretty rare, and if the coin is still in great condition, it can be worth a few $100s. Some of these have sold for around $430. But be careful, not everything that looks weird is valuable. Sometimes coins are damaged after they leave the mint. For example, if someone heats a coin or scratches it, or presses something onto it, that's called post-mint damage. These are not real errors, and they don't make the coin more valuable. In fact, they usually make it worth even less. There are lots of fake error coins online, so always be careful and compare yours with real error coins shown by experts. So, the final answer is this: most 1999 Connecticut quarters are only worth face value, which is 25 cents. A clean, shiny one might be worth $1 or $2. If you find one with a real error like off-center strike or missing clad layer, it could be worth more. But those $10,000 claims are only true for extremely rare coins, like the ones made on the wrong metal. Even those coins haven't reached $10,000, the highest known sale was about $5,100. So don't expect to become rich overnight from a Connecticut quarter, but it's still fun to search and learn. If you think you have a rare one, look closely for signs like off-center designs, doubling in the letters or branches, or strange colors and missing layers. And if your coin looks really special, it's a good idea to get it checked by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. They can tell you if your coin is valuable or just normal. Coins with official grades often sell for more because buyers trust the grade. That's all for today's video. We hope you learned something new about the 1999 Connecticut Quarter. It's a beautiful coin with an interesting story, even if it's not super rare. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment if you have a Connecticut quarter at home. Maybe you'll be the lucky one to find a real error coin. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Coin Time.